Welcome back, or probably just welcome, since this might be the first time you're watching video by 9zerofive Productions. This will be the first official map guide, and I'm doing this on the map Narrows, since it's one of the smallest maps out there, and I think it will be the fastest one to put together. The thing is, I think this map will be changed soon. Currently it's so unbalanced, it's not even funny. First of all, the bottom respawn gets the balcony, which is just huge advantage. Second thing is that once you actually storm the enemy cap circle number 2, it's right down there by the water and it's really hard to defend it or even interrupt the cap without actually driving in it. So even if there's an enemy snipers by their spawn spot, they can't really do nothing. And in this case, if you're in a red team player, I would suggest you just give up altogether and drive off and start to clear the map for the Capture Zone 3. Speaking of the Capture Zone 3, that's another unbalanced aspect for the red team in this map. If you are a red team, you can't really defend it effectively. All the defense is of some kind of poking out or side scraping from those barrels. However, on the blue side you have everything. You have a supply zone to repair your tank and a hill back there, and if that wasn't enough, there's just a massive amount of bushes on top of it all. So, phase 1. First of all, this side is where the fighting takes place. You don't go there. You don't go there, and most certainly, you don't go middle. I always see someone sneaking through the middle, and actually sneaking might be a bit of too soft of a word. I've seen platoons of main battle tanks going through the middle. Why? Why? Just why? In all the games I played in the Narrows, this strategy has never succeeded. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Just go fight for the capture zones like all the normal people do. Let's start with the lower spawn point. Basically, you have 3 choices how to play. First of all, if you're a driving AFV, light tank or tank destroyer, take the balcony. Spot the enemies through the bushes, shoot them, and drive back if you get spotted. Rinse and repeat. This is what you will do for the duration of the phase. The enemies might try to rush you up there, but their sides will be exposed to your teammates, they won't have the gun depression, and they will usually evaporate fast. Second choice is to take the Capture Zone 1, cross over that small hill, and start the long range pixel hunting with your enemies. If that's your thing, and it works for you, sure, go ahead and do it. Somebody has to do it. Well, I'm not gonna do it, but somebody has to. So wait, what exactly are you doing, you might ask? I YOLO mid. And by mid, I mean this road right here. Remember to throw out the smoke screens though, it will hurt. First of all, what I'm trying to do is interrupt their cap. The one thing is, if I die, then what? What's the worst that can happen? We lose 25 points, that's it. But there could be a huge reward, like here. First of all, you have to accept that you will receive damage, even through the cover of smoke. And it's fine, it's not perfect, but well, what can you do? Second of all, poke out. And it's kinda hard to work this corner right here. There's a lot of water and you definitely can't side scrape here. I never shoot the same enemy twice, nullifying the ability to cap it fast after I'm gone. So I put the shell into T80U and then one into the Stingray. And even when I'm dead, look at the points, it's even. Plus, they haven't capped the base. And on top of that, my YOLO rush inspired another guy to come and help me out. Now he has the information about enemies and he can continue the work I started. Finally, they take the capture zone, but I traded my life for 150 points for my team. Okay, this example is kind of crazy. Sometimes you have to see an opportunity and take it. Follow the points, we're pretty much equal and they will stay pretty much equal up to the point when I sabotage their capture zone. I play Narrows and matter of fact all Global Ops games like in American football. I fight for the points. The killing doesn't interest me, the winning does, even though I'll mess everybody up if they happen to be in my way. The Stingray here is completely tunnel vision on our guys back at the capture zone, he doesn't even know what's happening. The soon after I die, but I've gained more than 100 points advantage for my team. Matter of fact, I have to hit you with that Pacino monologue.
On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. Yeah. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing.
In the next example, I'm spawned very far away from the front line and in a tank that's not very fast to accelerate, and by the time I got there the base is already taken and the battle is lit. Nevertheless, same strategy. Cross the hill, throw out a smoke grenade, and advance. Take care of that enemy leopard and move to the capture zone. To our surprise, it's not even defended. And if you look in a mini-map, you can clearly see where the problem lies. The Challenger 1, rushing the middle. Why? Every time I see that, I just want to scream. Now, if you start from the top respawn, I have some bad news for you guys. It ain't gonna be easy. Winning in this case more depends on how good your teammates are, because the map advantages are working against you. First of all, I have to say it again, don't cross the bridge and rush the middle of the map. It ain't gonna end well, it never does. Let's look at the classes more particular. Tank destroyers, armored fighting vehicles and light tanks. Laziest of foes don't even bother to leave the spawn point and stay up here camping, which I could never understand. Second strat you can use is to take this, I don't even know how to call it, small island I guess, but you won't be able to achieve much from there as well. More of a opportunistic shooting than anything else. What I usually do on these classes of tanks is I drive down there to the cap circle and then try to work the small hill and the ridge line, and then help the main battle tanks with the defense or with a push to the enemy cap circle if I can. On main battle tanks, what I like to do is pretty much the same thing I do from the other side of the map. If I happen to be in the front lines, I don't even cap, I drive straight through the cap, throw out the smoke screen and try to interrupt the enemy cap if I can. On this particular example, I was spawned way back, and by the time I got here the enemies already have capped their capture zone. As the enemies have advanced as well, it doesn't leave me no other choice as to soften them up before I can make any rash decisions. Then I do what was always my plan, push for the capture zone. Notice how the capture zone is split sort of in two parts. One part on this side of the hill, the others on that side. You can use this to your advantage, just drive in. Try to stay hull down, and even if the enemies are in a cap circle, you will freeze the points, which is good enough. Don't even necessarily need to take the enemy base. Another very important aspect in phase 1 is the pillboxes, purely of the location where you can place it. Right here, between the two capture zones. So in case enemies are pushing your capture zone hard, you can spawn the pillbox right behind them, which will put a massive dent in their plans. And also, for yourself, remember that it's located there, and if you push the enemy capture zone, keep an eye on a mini-map for enemies that are capping pillbox wildcards. Your push might end abruptly. That's pretty much all I wanted to say about the phase 1. Now, the phase change. Phases change when one of the team reaches 1100 points. Two things you have to know. There's only one phase change, this one, at 1100 points. And the second phase is the most important in a battle. It basically doesn't even matter what happens in the first part of the battle. The battle is won in phase 2. The team that controls the capture zone 3 wins the game. Easy as that. So you have to be there when the phases change. At 1100 points, you have to be at the capture zone 3. The battle starts with 2000 points for each team. If one of the team reaches around 1500 points and I happen to die around that time, I go already to the capture zone 3. There's no reason to go to capture zone 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. Don't do it. Even if the enemies are pushing, don't go to defend it. It doesn't matter. Go and prepare for the capture zone 3. Here I just want to show you what happens if you stay there until the end. See there? Enemies are stuck. Stingray 2, Leopard 2. And what are they gonna do next? They are late for the phase change, and this will cost them the game. They were ahead in the points. and in the end, they lost by 500 points. Don't get stuck on that side of the map when the phase change. And that's pretty much everything I had to say about the Narrows. I don't think I have to explain you that once you get killed in Capture Zone 3, you respawn and go back there. I think that's pretty obvious. To sum it all up, try to push the enemy cap circle in phase 1. Take risks. Only thing you can do is lose 25 points. And once you reach around 1500 point mark, look for a way to die, so you could respawn and take the 3 once it's up. And then go all in on Capture Zone 3. That's where the battle is won. I know my approach might seem unorthodox for some of you guys, but that's how I do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to be the first to watch the following map guides coming out of this channel. I'm ninezerofive and have a great day, guys.